before there was Harry Potter, there was another young, bespectacled English lad who was discovering he had a talent for magic. His name was Timothy Hunter, and he was the lead character in Neil Gaiman's 4-part series, The Books of Magic.
Yes, now obviously this is not new content. This was a miniseries that was released in 1990 and then rolled on to become an ongoing series under different writers. But the Volume 1 has been re-released now in a hardcover deluxe edition.
Yes.
So we thought, since obviously there's going to be a lot of people who weren't collecting at that time, or for whatever other reason just happened to miss it, it would be well worth a look.
So, story-wise, this mini-series is a who's who of DC and Vertigo's mystical community. Young Tim Hunter comes to the attention of the Trenchcoat Brigade, a group of mystics made up of the Phantom Stranger, John Constantine, Dr. Occult, and Mr. E.
Now, poor old Tim, at 12 years of age, is told that he has the potential to become the most powerful magician of the age. And, pretty heavy
That's
for
pretty heavy for a
young age.
12-year-old.
Yeah. And then he's taken off on a quite literal magical mystery tour.
No Beatles.
No, there are 4 guys with hats, but, nonetheless. And it's all about trying to decide whether he wants to be a magician or not.
Now, not content with simply introducing DC's stable of wizards and warlocks, Gaiman also brings in a host of other faces from myth and folklore. So Merlin, Baba Yaga, and the 5 Archangels appear alongside familiar faces like Zatanna, Dr. Fate, and the Spectre. Even the Endless make an appearance, with Dream, Destiny, and Death all showing up before the end.
Yeah, and in true Gaiman fashion, none of this is spoon-fed to you. There is very little in the way of exposition here, so it may be that you'll miss some of the references, but if you don't know who some of the characters are, it's actually not going to harm the story.
No, because it moves quite quickly onto the next section and the next most extraordinary, beautiful artwork.
Yes,
Gotta say
because
it.
this is the thing. With these 4 parts that this is broken into, all with different artists doing them, there's a fantastic scope for visual variety here.
And I have to admit, there are a couple of my personal favourites within this. We've got John Bolton and Charles Vess, who a lot of you know, some of my favourites.
Yeah.
And this is the beauty of a 4-part series, with each artist being able to really show what they do the best in each story.
It's true. I mean, Bolton's work in the first part, where Tim goes into the past with the Phantom Stranger, has some fantastic full-page spreads with some real vast spaces involved.
There is the frameless kind of universe. He's
Yeah.
really good at it. And there's a section in Fairyland. Now, come on. Who else are you going to get to draw fairies except Charles Vess?
It's true.
Give me a break.
It's kind of his thing.
It is.
Nobody does it quite like him. But I've got to say, my favourite bit was probably part 2, where Tim goes on a journey to America. Partly because I love the way that Gaiman writes John Constantine. He's got a real cheekiness to him.
Yep.
It's really, really nice. And the artwork by Scott Hampton is at its best when it takes a turn for the grotesque.
But then you've got Paul Johnson's work when Mr. E takes Tim into the far-flung future, where it all gets quite beautifully chaotic and quite bizarre. And it's really hard to find a weak point with this book. Being that it's a re-release, how are we going to rate this
Well,
one?
I think it comes down to whether you bought the originals.
True.
I think that's one of the major yardsticks here, because in and of itself, as a story, as a work of art,
Yep.
it's absolutely a buy.
Yes.
But if you already have the singles, for example, I know this says it's a deluxe edition, but I don't think there's actually enough extra there to justify a repurchase.
Yeah, there's a few extra sketches from the artists and a few author notes, but not quite enough to really justify buying a second copy if you've
Yeah.
already got this one. This is more of a Kapow recommends. If you happen to miss out on its first incarnation, definitely go out and buy this.
Yeah.
But if you've already got this one, it's probably not worthwhile picking up this edition of it.
Yeah.
But definitely go get it if you missed this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Get out there now.
Yes.
Yeah.